But what I'm saying is we be so quick to say, I would never, or this is never. But realistically, you've never been in a position where it's going to make sense. Because I'm going to be honest, 9 times out of 10, any dude that's going to come off the rip and be like, yo, let's watch some, he's already that guy. And that's why he's comfortable saying it. No weirdo or no like somebody who's insecure and trying to bear and just crawl to your feet and do whatever you want to impress you is ever gonna ask that question.
Well, the
Nah,
reality,
that guy
never had the upper hand.
The reality and what you're saying is even if
A Boogie said, "Yo, Amanda, let's watch some." What you gonna say?
Not
What
A
you gonna
Boogie.
say, Amanda, what you gonna say?
Not A Boogie.
A Boogie said.
started talking first.
All right, go ahead.
Shout out to A Boogie.
And we're gonna cut that because ain't no Boogie talking here. Thanks.
Why not? Why? The denial.
What you're saying is, even if you feel like you're that guy and you get a girl to watch the because you said, yo, let's watch some doesn't mean that she's comfortable doing it. Even if she says like, okay,
right.
You still not getting that many points. Like she's gonna watch it and she's gonna feel uncomfortable with you.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rico Hundo, and we are back with a dope episode of 8 at the Table. Listen, keep on supporting, subscribing, and sharing the love. We need all of it. And if you haven't, this is the time for you to start doing so. We got the beautiful Naisha that's joining us today.
It's the girl Naisha on the set. What's up, everybody?
We also got Amanda.
Hey guys, it's Amanda. Welcome back.
So check this out. So today's topic is pretty, taboo, right? So let's jump right into it. Is watching porn another way of fantasizing about a person and or your desires? Spicy question.
Well, the question really derives from people, a high percentage of people fantasizing about another person when they're having sex with someone, which I find like completely ridiculous. Can we get the stats for that, Mary?
So if researchers are to be believed, 98% of men and 80% of women fantasize about someone else while having sex with their partners.
I don't know. Have you experienced that, Amanda?
98% of men?
98%
That's almost every one of us?
men is
Crazy.
crazy.
That means there's only 2%.
Like, we got to do that
2%
study over again.
First of all, they're both bad because 8 out of 10 women is doing the same thing, and that's not good either.
No, that's what I was going to ask. Have you experienced that, Amanda, before? Because I personally haven't.
I feel like I personally haven't. I don't want to lie, but I don't recall everything.
Yeah, me neither. For sure, my mind has drifted off in a sense where like, oh, I got to do laundry. Like, oh, I got to go wash.
But your priorities.
Like exactly. Like the kids or, like, oh, what. Like when is this going to be over type stuff, but never once have I, can I sit here and think back and say, oh, I've actually physically thought about somebody else while I was having sex with somebody else, like it just never happened for me.
I mean, so this is where I think it happens or can happen. Maybe you two might be able to relate. If you ever had sex with your partner while you were watching porn, I mean, that's when I went into another world with somebody else because literally as I'm having sex with my girl at that time, I'm watching porn with this badass Spanish girl with this fat butt, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking that she's that. And mind you, she was a Spanish girl too. She was pretty, but she didn't have a fat butt. You feel me? So while I'm hitting it from the back, I'm thinking, she's her on TV. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like it's definitely happened to me in different points and times in my life, but I think I can see how it happens. Like, I really can see how it happens now.
In that one specific situation, sorry.
Uh-huh.
How do you fantasize and actually, like, keep going knowing that what you're fantasizing about isn't what you're
real.
feeling? Because if you're hitting it from the back, specifically,
And you're hitting...
and she don't have
and it's
fat
like
ass.
a little thing.
Exactly. Like, how...
It's true. That's a valid
You know
point.
how strong the mind
Mental
is?
stimulation.
I say, yeah, the mind is so strong that you can convince yourself you're warm in freezing weather. So if that's the case,
true.
I can convince myself that my girl got these fat ass ass cheeks that's clapping my shit while I'm watching, you know what I'm saying, this porn.
Yeah, and actually, according to Health News, okay, it actually says that it's actually a good thing and healthy if you are able to do that as a man or a woman. If you are able to fantasize, and now it doesn't have to be about another person per se. Let's say whatever you're into, whatever your sexual fantasies are in that moment. If you're having intercourse with your partner, you know, it can spruce up that feeling. It can spruce up the intercourse, you know, like let's say the man is dealing with what's it called? Erectile dysfunctions.
Yeah.
You know, like, so if a man is going through that, you know, maybe fantasizing can help and make him keep it hard and make sure he's continuing doing what he needs to do, pleasing his woman, and vice versa. If the woman is not really into the situation, you know, she has to fantasize and make sure she can, you know, do what she needs to do in the bedroom. So it does help. And I think that goes more so for people in long-term relationships, people who are 10 years together, 12 years together, 15 years together, that eventually, you know, they don't have that same passion, that same aroused feeling that they used to have in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've been in a couple 2-3 year relationships. After year 1, I'm like, shit. Like,
That's
this
horrible.
Is it. Like, if I said forever to just one box, it's kind of hard to just, you know, that round 2 is now becoming barely a round 1. You feel what I'm saying? Because I've been hitting the same thing for a while. So fantasizing is important. I think, like, imagination is so important. We're not going, you know what I'm saying? We need our imagination.
I feel like, okay, I get what y'all saying though, right? But when it comes to like long relationships, switching it up is the best way. Like you can
Like the
fantasize.
person?
Spicing it up.
No, not switching up the person, but like
I'm just trying to.
Switching it up. The person?
how you have sex, because fantasizing is good, but you don't want to always have to feel like you have to think about somebody else when you fucking the person that you're going to be fucking for.
Yeah.
I don't even
For
know
the rest of your life.
if that's what it is, and that's what it is. But you know, fantasizing is cool, but is that supposed to be what it's supposed to be?
Yeah,
You know,
and
for
then I also
the
think
rest of
about
your
the other person, right? Like, if you found out that your partner is always having to do this every single time they're having intercourse with you, it would kind of hurt your feelings a little bit. You know, like, damn, you always got to think about somebody else when you're having sex with me.
Isn't that good for communication though?
Of course, but that just boils down to what type of relationship you're in. Not everybody can feel comfortable communicating that with their partner. You know,
for long-term relationships, 98% of us, you should be having conversations about sex, especially if you guys are having the same sex like all the time. I feel like it's healthy to have conversations to be like, okay, well, what can we do? Because, you know,
we got to spice it up because it's getting boring.
Yeah.
So my question is, are y'all avid porn watchers, or have you been? Yes. Do you have a favorite porn guy or girl that you like to watch?
Not really. I mean, I feel like I've picked up on some porn names, but not that I like.
Okay, like
type their names in.
So like, but for guys, like I was never that guy. Like I was like, I just like whatever porn is probably like the most popular. I might type in like whatever I wanted at that moment. But there's a lot of guys who have favorite porn stars. Like they will tell you their name off top. They might give you 5. Bing, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying?
What's that meme that I seen one time on Instagram where it was like, oh, how picky are you? And you're like on page 200 in Pornhub. Yeah, that's me.
Oh, really? All right. But so now the thing is, so where I'm trying to go with this is there are guys, and by the way, guys, if you do have a favorite porn star, go ahead and comment their name. We want to see who you like to watch.
We're gonna look it up.
We're gonna critique.
We're gonna bring her here to 8 at the table.
Yeah. Wow, that'd be dope. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna make it happen. 8 after dark, if you don't know.
There's actually this porn star. He's a guy. I don't remember his last name, but his name is Johnny. And
that's mad.
Every video.
Wait, he has blonde hair?
Mad Johnny.
He has blonde hair, Amanda.
Does he have blonde hair? He's a white guy.
I think I know who you're talking about. And it says Johnny at the end.
Damn, I gotta go look.
His channel, right?
His channel is Johnny his first name or his last name?
But it's in there. I know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Now they avid porn watchers. Go ahead.
I've seen so many videos with him, And every time I see him in a video, I'm like, yeah, this guy,
he knows what he doing.
he knows. I like, if I go through
You're like, oh, Johnny, I'll click on it.
I'm gonna click on anything that he's in.
So y'all never thought about having sex with Johnny?
No, I'd have sex with Johnny.
You've had sex with him?
No.
In your head or
No. I'm just saying if the opportunity came to, like, I'd have sex with Johnny, but I've never like
just thought about it.
fantasized
Yeah.
about having sex with Johnny while I was having sex.
when you was masturbating, you wasn't fantasizing?
What were you thinking about?
Like
that
you just
time?
watching.
I don't really.
You like, damn, Johnny.
Oh, because her eyes are open
Yeah,
while she's
first of
watching
all,
it.
I'm watching the porn while I'm
It's visual stimulation is actually happening.
So I'm not really fantasizing that Johnny's actually doing these things to me. I'm watching him doing it to whoever the fuck is in the video.
that
Like
the
a
same?
voyeur.
That's like active
Like a voyeur.
fantasies. Like,
It's visual because now I'm thinking about something,
It's
right?
not the same.
because I can feel somebody, like, when I not anymore, but when I used to watch porn, I swear to God, I could feel her pussy.
Yeah,
I
because
could
it's a
feel it.
mental stimulation. But here's
Okay, well,
the
that's- that's
difference,
mental
right?
Versus visual.
Yeah, here's the difference. Now, kind of make me think. If I'm watching porn, and which I have, and I'm watching like a threesome porn, and I'm having sex, my brain is stimulated visually because I'm looking at it, right? But if I'm having sex, my eyes are closed, and I'm fantasizing about someone else. That's kind of like it's not visual because your eyes are closed.
Right, but you're having like a whole scenario occurring in your mind.
Yeah, I could do a whole play.
I can say that for
Whole opera.
fantasizing.
You gotta have a strong mind. Let's
I
just
don't
say
think
that.
I've ever
That's like mad niggas in jail.
I've never fantasized about anyone else while I was having sex with someone, but I do fantasize about like my best sex moments while I'm masturbating.
Yes, I do that.
Yeah.
What about while you're having sex?
Yeah, I just said no. I don't think that I've ever done that.
Like, no, I mean, fantasize about your best moments while you're having sex with somebody.
No.
I don't.
Maybe
think
you're
so.
in the moment, like you're a person that's like very in the moment while it's happening.
Yeah, I don't really think that I do much fantasizing while I'm having sex.
I be having out of body experiences.
You might be thinking about how trash it is. Thinking about, I wish this was so and so.
Like they keep going
That's
and I'm not
fantasizing.
getting anywhere.
I'm
Like
good.
stop.
I don't be thinking about the actual act. I just be
Oh.
thinking about like this shit is trash.
Oh, your mind is wandering somewhere else, you're saying.
No, because you so mad.
But I can't see fantasizing. Honestly, I can't see someone fantasizing about somebody else if the whole mood is right. Like, let's say you drinking, you smoking,
Yes.
vibe. Let's say you in a hotel,
Sexual
the whole
tension.
water is in
Mhm.
front of you.
Damn.
And you fucking like
But I think
you
it, I don't,
fucking on a balcony and you thinking about something else.
I don't
Yeah,
think
but-
that's what it's
A1.
about, Alan.
Yeah, I don't
that's what
think.
it's about.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think sex has anything to do with the scenery or the essence or the smell or if there's candles or because a person can do all that and have it literally be the most amazing setting. You're in Dubai, in the waterfall, and there's candles everywhere. There's flowers everywhere. There's so much that can be done. But if that connection is not there, and even more so, it depends on why you're even having intercourse with this person in the first place. Is this person someone you're just having a one night stand with? Is this person someone like a creeper? Is this person your boyfriend? Is this person your husband?
I
These
was about to say the creeper.
He must be paying. You should have just said, "Are you having sex with your pimp or your trick?"
I'm just saying, let's be honest.
Aisha calls them creepers. I'm like
Creepers means like somebody that is just there and I creep around with him every now and then. I'll go.
That is not what creeper
That's a
means.
creeper, like a creeper. That's
No, that's
the
your
way.
creep mate.
That's how I call it.
It's your
Okay,
sneaky
guys.
link.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's your sneaky link.
All right. Yes,
Not the creeper.
I
I'm
call
like,
it a creeper.
Like creepers sound a little predatorial,
Deviant.
And
Yeah,
creepy.
All right, but my point. I'm
old.
trying to make.
Yeah,
The
this-
point I'm trying
get
to
this
make,
from
guys, is that there's different reasons why we have sex with people, correct? Like I just said, we could have a one night stand, we could have a relationship, this could be our husband, etc.
For women, for men, there's
Even for
one
a
reason.
man, even for a man, like you could have a one night stand, you could be in a relationship, or you could be married.
but
It's the
but
same
we feel
thing.
the same about all of them.
All right, well, my point is that if I'm in this for a one night stand, I'm in this just for a nut. So,
I like that.
like I don't care about all this extra stuff. you know? And if it's given nice, but it's really the nut I care about because it's a one night stand, right? I'm not gonna have a relationship with this person. I'm never gonna see this person. It's the one night stand. So if that person lacks in that department, now I may have to fantasize. Now that may come that fantasy world comes into play, you know? So same thing like if you're married and you're in a 10-year marriage, okay, your husband does all this and sets up everything beautifully for you, but you guys have been fighting, or maybe you guys have been lacking in the sex department for the past year. That's still not going to work for you if he sets up everything so nice and does, puts candles and has the house smelling good and massages you.
I mean, that for yourself. That's
a vibe for her.
My husband did that. I don't know. I'm happily giving it up. No fantasy.
Yo, you are just unappreciative. Got it.
Right. I'm just saying that I don't think
it's not good enough.
The materials.
That was a material. that was actions and gestures.
Nisha, so you're saying
charming.
It has to be like a connection.
So you're saying the person you're with brought you to a balcony in fucking Aruba or Bahamas with a whole scenery. The music is playing. The weed clouds are blowing. The liquor is pouring, and the sex is good. You're like, we're not connected.
No. Okay. If if all that makes sense. But what if all that and the sex is not good? What if the sex is something we lack in? So now I have to fantasize. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is when the fantasy comes into play. There are different reasons why people fantasize,
so
men or
women.
women.
Why have you fantasized?
I've never experienced that. I just said that before.
I feel like you have.
I have never experienced that. So I am appreciative, okay?
Maybe the balcony isn't someone's thing, and you have to fantasize about another setting.
The beach.
Maybe.
This get a heights?
I don't know.
They don't like public.
On the third floor now.
Like, just say that's the whole setup. That's the setup. That's the ambiance. But they don't like the idea of like being bent over, or I don't know. I don't know.
The one for me.
I just feel like everybody's different. Everybody's different. Everybody has different feelings. Everybody likes different things, especially when it comes to their sexual needs.
So here's my question, right? If you have a favorite sex or porn star, right? If you have a favorite porn star and you think about or fantasize about sleeping with that porn star as you're in the act of having sex, is that cheating?
No.
No,
I wouldn't consider it cheating. The reason why I wouldn't consider it cheating is because there's no benefits right there. It's in your mind. It's not physically happening. You're never going to be around the person. Now it's different.
What if
Are you seeing the person tomorrow? Do you work with this person? Now I feel like that's when it gets a little bit tricky. Are you fantasizing about somebody at work that you see every day? I don't know about that one.
Right, but that's still technically not
It's
cheating.
not cheating,
if
but
you don't act on it. You can have as much thoughts as you want, even with the person you're working with every day. But if you don't act on it, if there's nothing being done about the thoughts that you're having, then it's not cheating.
That's true.
Well, first of all, according to the Bible, it says that even thought is cheating. But
does it say that in the Bible?
Yeah,
it does. I got a question for you, Rico. Right? This is all the way. You ready?
Word. I'm trying to read the Bible.
I got a question for you. What if you were a girl? I know you're in a relationship and
literal me.
But let's just say this is all hypothetical.
Say, don't be disrespectful.
This is all hypothetical, right? And it could go for the girls or for the ladies also. What if you're in a relationship and not every time, but most times you like, yo, let's get it on. You about to do your thing. She's like, hold up, let me put on lesbian porn. And then she wants to watch two girls together. And you like, all right, that's what's up. And she comes and it's always good. And then you like, yo, let's get a real girl. She's like, no.
She's selfish. That's not gonna fly with me. I mean, listen, I do think that the type of porn that you watch showcases what you really want to do, but you don't have the courage to do it, right? So when a girl is watching train porn, she wants a train ran on her, but she don't got the courage to do it. Maybe it could be the judgment that comes with it, with the public and herself. Maybe she just has some type of whatever makes her timid about the action, but that's what she's desiring. If I could nut, that means climax. That means I can actually get to my probably most enjoyable moment in life outside of peeing first thing in the morning. By watching something, I know I want this. You know what I'm saying? So
can I interject?
Sure. Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I don't think that's true either.
I like to watch threesomes, and as you guys know, as I've said on here, I wouldn't do a threesome, but it's like a 2-for-1 special.
But why wouldn't you do it though?
Yeah, I'm
Let's
gonna
peel that layer back.
Just because I'm not into doing that.
Yeah, and
But
same thing for
what-
me.
Wait, hold on.
No,
time out. You
no.
just-
Wait,
that's not
let's
going-
build the layers on this. Go ahead.
Why I like what are the like that's my reason. Like
But
not
why are you
into
not?
it.
What are you not into? So here's the question: what are you not into about threesomes to actually physically do it, but yet you can masturbate and climax to it when you watch it on television or your phone?
Okay, so my reasoning for not wanting to do it in real life is because I'm very what's the word?
Territory.
Shy.
Territorial. I'm very territorial. So if I am dating a girl, we're not having sex with like maybe I can have sex with another girl, but not if I'm dating anyone, any party. Like that's just not happening for me. If it happens like for fun, like it'll happen for fun. But if I'm dating anybody, if I'm dating a guy, like I'm definitely not doing that with him, like at all.
So you would have a threesome with a stranger, but not the person you
I
love.
didn't say stranger. It could be somebody I feel comfortable. Like this
Okay.
could be somebody I've had sex with before in the past. And if I wanted to, say like let's have sex with her, like she's cool, like and we've been hanging around her, and the sexual tension is there, then okay, fine. But I'm not dating either one of these bitches, so it's just like
So you rather have, this is what I'm hearing. A person would rather have their pride and ego stop them from their most, I guess, their most desired fantasy because they're
it is
territorial.
not a desired fantasy for
Yeah,
me, though.
that's
I
what I'm
said
like-
when I'm watching it, it's a 2-for-1 special. I like watching regular porn, but I also like watching
What is
lesbian,
regular porn?
heterosexual
Heterosexual, yeah.
heterosexual porn, and I like watching lesbian
Regular.
porn. And so yeah, threesomes is just like I can see it all happening. A good video.
But why
I can
don't you
see it
want to
all
do
happening.
that? Like I can't. It's not computing right to
Well,
me.
I don't know what to tell you, Rico, because there are people like that. And I'm interjecting now because I agree with Amanda. I, too, myself, I've never been with a female, nor do I want to be with a female. I cannot see myself licking a vagina. Maybe someone could do it to me, but I don't know about doing it to them. But I, do watch female porn, like female.
Lesbian porn?
Yeah, I do. I have before,
So
you
I'm
know.
You want a
so-
woman to eat your box.
Wait, Alan.
Yeah.
I
She's
want to
not
say
opposed to
something
it.
because I think that some people actually watch porn not so much for what's happening in the porn, but for the feeling. So, like, my search on the porn, I don't look for a particular person. And can you just cut this off? I look
I'm not gonna
for
cut this off.
black man, white woman, right? And my
Okay,
My
reload it.
reason for looking this up is because usually the white woman act like this man got a big dick and it's such a big deal. And when they do it, and she be like, "Oh my god," like it's crazy.
That'd be subtitles
And I
anyway.
enjoy that feeling. Like
You enjoy being punished.
not punished. It's not a
You
punishment.
wanna
to
be-
That's
me.
really what
you want
it
to be
is.
plowed.
Punishment. It's just
You want that
to me-
plow.
Okay, so
Because the
that's
black
what
guy,
I
white
search.
girl, don't be
So, and I do-
delicate. It's
I
like
do enjoy.
Sluts are out.
it's ravishing.
My last search is lesbian porn, like two women, because I feel like a woman satisfies the other woman really, really good, and I enjoy the feeling. Not so much because I think that the girls are attractive or anything like that. I just think it'd be like, oh my god, the cum be so good, right? And then
That does. I don't.
let me
get
can
it.
I let me
what
just
do you
ask
mean
y'all.
you don't get it.
Lonnie, can I ask? I'm gonna ask Lonnie.
Because we being real, right? And then I watch
We're being so
the
real.
two guys and a girl, and it doesn't mean that I want to. I would want to do that, but I have a problem with it because if for any reason the two guys touch, if it's happening to me in real life, I think we will stop the whole thing.
So let me ask you this
But I
question.
do like watching
So
it.
now, wait.
I
So
like watching it.
ladies, so now I want to understand the double standard that's being said, right?
What's the double standard?
So
Exactly.
just hear me out. Let's hear me out. Hear me out. So you're saying that whatever you watch isn't what you actually desire,
Yes.
right? So how would you feel if you're in a heterosexual relationship with your man and you walk in and he's watching gay porn, but he says, "I don't desire this."
So I would ask, how much do you watch this all the time? Is this a
However
one-time
much you
thing?
watch it.
Did you just? I don't know. Honestly, if it was however much I watch it, then I would be perfectly fine with it. Because If that's what you're into and that's what you need,
Yo, this is cap.
then by
That's
all
so
means.
fucking cap.
Hold on.
If you would have,
I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna
This
judge.
scenario,
I'm not gonna judge.
Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate
There
you.
is a
The
double
honesty.
standard.
No, this is a no judgment zone,
It is a
No
and
judgment
zone.
and we
But it's
do
also
not
an
judge
honesty
people who
zone.
do that.
It's
Okay.
an honesty
Let's
zone.
keep that one. This is also an honesty zone.
It is an honesty zone. It is a no judgment zone. There are people out there like that.
Yes, whatever floats your boat, Rico.
That's
But-
not. First of all, don't
Will
Rico me
I
in that
react
conversation.
Very
Understanding.
to it. No,
Thank you.
personally, only because like we all know the double standards when it comes to gay men and gay females. Like
But isn't
Like-
it more of a sexuality thing?
That's
It's
what
not
I'm
a fantasy
saying.
thing. I think if you're talking about that you come in and your partner is watching just whatever gay porn consistently, I think you're questioning not the fantasy part, you're questioning the sexuality. If your girl likes both gangbang, girl on girl, and she likes different things, that might be a fantasy, but you're not really questioning her sexuality.
I'm questioning her.
Marie,
I'm questioning her
Marie,
morality.
That's really,
if I'm
honestly,
I think
that's
it all
really
depends why you're watching the
unfair in the way that
Yeah.
you put it. If we're gonna be in an honesty zone, like Rico said,
But I think it's all the reason why you're watching the porn. Like to me, a woman is like, you want to see, I'm a woman and I want to be satisfied in a certain way. So I could watch two women start to find each other.
and you can
But
pick up
and
a
then
lot
and
of
then women
things.
are still like men enjoy that. Women are attractive.
That's
But when I come home and if I see my significant other watching a gay porn, I will have a problem with that because
so he can't say
so
to you.
this is the double
Wait, hold on,
standard
wait.
I feel.
So Lonnie, he
Yeah,
can't.
that's a double
He
He
standard.
can't say that I enjoy watching another man be satisfied. You said
no.
you enjoy watching a girl be satisfied, so you can relate to that
I
girl.
enjoy it.
So if he's like, "Yo, I enjoy watching
Yeah,
a
but
guy
I
get
think it's
satisfied,"
to each his own. For me, if I have a man and he's watching gay porn, I would have a problem with it. Me. But I'm sure that there's women out there that are okay with their men watching gay porn. But for me, it's a problem because there's a hanging dick that's not supposed to be hanging.
I
All
feel
right,
like
Lonnie.
there-
But
in
my-
society,
but
there is
my-
a double standard with gay men and
it's
gay
not-
females.
but y'all not
I feel
understanding
like
what's going on.
It's okay for everyone to want to watch a girl on girl action,
But it's
To
not
guys, it's
okay
sexy. Like, oh, girls on
if guys
girl
do
on
it.
girl, like everybody likes that. It's cool. But then when it's a guy on guy, like everybody is opposed to it. Like
Mhm.
okay,
No,
we're
not
not gonna.
Wait,
A lot of
Not
people, a
everybody,
higher
a
percentage.
higher percentage,
A
of
higher
people
percentage.
are opposed to watching gay porn. Like
And-
females who like heterosexual, heterosexual intercourse, they go on porn sites and they watch heterosexual porn. Sometimes you'll even find them watching girl on girl porn, but they're not typing in gay porn,
Yeah.
and guys especially. But I feel like there are people who will like to see that and not want to indulge in it.
Yeah.
You guys ever saw Four Colored Girls? I was saying in Four Colored Girls, Janet Jackson's husband, which is also Ghost, by the way, for y'all power watchers, he said
That's why I don't watch Power.
he said that he enjoys having sex with men, but he's not gay.
He's
Which
called
is-
bugarrón.
I mean, that is a little bit extra. We're talking about watching porn versus the actual act. If it's the act, I may question it. But
May?
yeah, I mean, okay, I'm gonna question it.
Yeah,
Let me
she be
take
trying
out
to be
May.
politically correct over here. I
But
don't like
at
it.
the same time, you know, if I really love this person and I really want this person to be my partner and that's my life partner and that's what they're into, I'm gonna be understanding to that because I'm not gonna want nobody judging me what I'm into and what I want to watch.
Can't
But
judge
that's
them
my
for saying
thing. So-
that.
The thing is, and this is what I'm hearing, and this is the reality of it. We are quick to sit here and say that women can watch porn no matter what type of porn, gangbang, train, threesomes, gay porn, but that's not what she fantasizes about. But the second I tell you your man is watching gay porn, but that's not what he fantasizes about, it's nah, I'm gonna have a problem with it. So the truth is, when you do watch this porn, you are actually, this is something you would consider doing in life. And that's what I believe, whether you're a man watching gay porn or trains or whatever, or whether you're a woman watching gay porn or trains. This is what you actually like. You gotta realize it's like, do you eat food that you don't like? No, right? So when you eat food, typically you're going, like, especially good food that you desire, you're going to feel good about it. When you masturbate, you're masturbating to feel good. So when you're watching something to feel good, It has to be something that you actually like. It does not work the opposite way around. Now, I know that some women don't have the courage to be like, hey, guess what? I love watching train porn. And low key, I want a train ran on me, but I never do it because of the embedded, judgment that comes with it. But I'm going to sit here and say,
go get a train ran done on you.
Go experience
go
a train.
Get that train.
Go experience
in a safe space.
I don't want the guys to touch.
In a safe space with consent.
So I'm okay.
In a safe space with consent, yes.
Hold on, Lonnie. Hold on one second real quick, right? I want to say something. If we're being honest, because I got to
What if they high five?
I got to go with Rico on this one, right? I'm going to tell you why. Because I feel like this. If he was not insecure, he's not feeling any way about himself, like he doesn't feel any kind of way, he walk in and his girl, hopefully not his wife, but his girl, she's watching gangbang porn. He'd be like, yo, you want me to make that happen? Like, you want to get slutted out? You want to get banged on?
Box
That's how you would feel too,
right?
Rico? Like,
No, but what I'm
you just
saying
walked in
is
the
like,
street,
in
that?
general,
wanna get gangbang?
if we're not going to go double standard,
Why couldn't that be his wife now?
that's going to be a tough one.
It's a little bit
But
harder. No pun intended.
in a safe space, in the honesty space that we're in.
No, let's talk about it. Let's talk about real situations.
In
That's
real
his wife.
situations, I feel
And
like
now
this.
he walked in on her watching gangbang. What y'all doing?
But it's different because you got to remember, and I'm not connecting marriage to real estate, but I'm gonna connect it for this scenario. Girlfriend is like renting. A wife is like owning.
Oh wow.
Facts.
Oh wow.
Different things.
Yeah.
I could get out my lease. It's gonna be a problem getting out this house.
Horrible.
It's a completely different investment. The returns are different. The ROI is different. The equity is different. The maintenance is different. I don't know if I want to invest that in the house. Like, that's a lot. You're going to get gangbang, then we got to retire together.
Mm.
And we got our RIAs. What's that? IRAs together. We got 401ks together. We already looking at houses in
Costa
fucking
Rica.
Florida.
Oh, I said Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. So I can watch a bunch of dudes from Costa Rica gangbanging you all day. So I go work. Right?
Oh boy.
Every time I look at my wife, I got to think
men,
about it.
I want to say this to men. Be honest with yourself. If that's whatever you into, what Rico is saying, and I think what everyone is saying, well, really Rico, because the ladies are saying something different. Find courage. Find courage. Like Amanda said it real slick because, Amanda knows how to say it. She's like, I'll never have a threesome. But if we're randomly hanging out at night and you're not my girlfriend, it could happen.
She's saying she's not
That's not what I
completely
said.
closed off to it, but she doesn't see it happening. But I think there's a thing where not all fantasies need to be realized.
Correct.
Like, there are people that have some dark fantasies, right? And it should stay a fantasy. It doesn't need to happen in real life. And so if a woman, her thing is like watching gangbang because it's stimulating to her, it arouses her, and that's fine. But that doesn't necessarily need to happen in real life.
Or she
I don't-
likes to
I don't
see
agree.
Another woman be dominated.
Then
But
that's
she-
a double
she doesn't
standard.
necessarily
Yeah,
wanna
exactly.
be dominated herself. That's another thing.
Where do these fantasies come from?
From your
Perfect
mind.
question.
You know what I'm saying?
Marie,
From
can you
your
Google?
mind.
Correct
Can you Google?
I gave the only scenario in which I would have a threesome. I perfectly stated on this episode and another episode that threesomes is not for me, especially if
Whatever, hypocrite.
any one party is with me for real.
I've watched a
She's a
threesome
hypocrite.
threesome porn too, and I've never had a threesome, nor do I
Marie,
care for one.
now guys, you guys want to hear something crazy? You guys ready for this?
This is all
Marie, can you
not
please
cap.
Google the highest searches in porn by state? Just put it just like that.
Damn, by state?
Yeah, because that's how they break it down.
The
What
only
people
thing I
search
type
for the
in
most
is
by state?
big booty.
And I would say in New Jersey is probably Latinas.
No, you did not say big booty, big
I don't
boobs.
think
You know they call it domo.
Domo. What's that?
You know
Domo.
FOMO?
FOMO, like fear of
Missing
missing out.
So what's
Domo.
the D?
Dim-
What's the D?
Dominican.
Just Dominican.
I knew it. Yo,
That's
Dominican women
crazy.
are
Dominican,
like,
Dominican,
They
Dominican.
just call it
What?
domo.
I'm not gonna lie.
Especially
Big
like-
booty Hispanic.
It-
Nah,
Big
you
booty
type
Hispanic. Aye.
kind of Hispanic
No,
is
wait,
crazy.
what
I never
state?
typed
I saw
Hispanic.
I
That
saw
sounds like
this porn
racist.
video.
Latin.
I saw
Latinas. Aye.
I saw this
Latina.
video and
You see
this
it, Maria, or
girl
no?
was She was.
Yeah.
She looked mad good, and her video was good. So I always wanted to find her again. So
And then y'all get mad when the passport boys goes experience that. It don't even make sense. We've been searching it all our lives. We've been searching it all our lives.
Like in New York, if you hang with people in New York, I'd be like, "What you about to do?" Now I'm about to go to Domo Land. Like, what is that?
New Jersey.
I've heard that before.
this is the difference. I can type that in Pornhub, but I don't care about it in real life. Like I will never really see a Dominican girl in real life and be like, "Oh yeah, she bad. I like Dominican." Like I don't
Like, come here, girl.
You
Let
haven't
me.
been to
I
Dykeman.
don't care.
You know what?
And you haven't been to DR.
No offense.
It's like Spanish women. They be acting like these guys are going crazy in there. Okay, they be making so much noise.
I
Like,
love
they
it.
So satisfied,
I love
especially
it.
Brazilian girls.
What?
Half
They got a
Brazilian.
little bit of. They
Half
got,
Brazilian over here.
Aisha Diaz is Dominican, right?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm just saying. I was just
She's,
asking a
I
question.
followed her
Is
for
she in
7
a, like,
years.
what the-
first of
what
all.
the hell?
That's so random.
Is she in the porn site?
No.
Nah, but
I wouldn't watch her.
OnlyFans.
What the hell?
Nothing.
listen, people.
Oh, Texas is the one that has thick Latinas.
Of course,
Okay.
Mexico
That
City.
makes sense.
Cali's Asian.
Latinas.
Mm-hmm.
Asian.
There's a lot of Asians.
This is according to Pornhub, by the
I gotta tell
way.
you about
Oh,
my Asian fantasy.
True source.
Real source.
New Jersey is swingers.
Wow.
And New York is... This is crazy. New York State is foot job.
What?
Are weirdos.
Oh, that's
Alan,
You guys are weirdos.
We had this
No offense, no
conversation.
judgment.
New York State is pretty
Remember?
huge.
Alan told us
Okay.
about the foot job.
New York City, that's where I'm
Damn, that
majority of you,
footwork.
a majority of you people live in the boroughs. First of all, that's one. Now,
People.
swingers, I could understand that in Jersey. we're
too many suburbs.
Pennsylvania swallow.
What?
Wow.
Swallow.
There's a lot of there's a lot of guzzlers.
There's a lot of Becky's.
Yeah.
Yeah, guzzlers.
I heard, especially in the Poconos. No disrespect to Poconos. Big shout out to the Poconos.
I went to
out to the
school in
Poconos.
Love
Wilkes-Barre.
the Poconos.
Did you in PA?
Yeah, for like 3 months.
I bet you was getting in the staircase on the rack.
No, I was actually being a faithful man. I was stupid.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh yeah, so being faithful is
Wow.
stupid.
Don't listen
When you're
to
in
this,
college,
guys.
when
Being
you're in
faithful
college,
is not
being
stupid.
faithful is stupid.
Being faithful is not stupid. Don't listen to him. It's inaccurate.
Marie, give us another state.
Because we ain't together. I should have cheated.
Hawaii is morning sex.
Morning sex.
Of
I know,
course.
that's-
Look at
I
this.
love-
What? I actually love morning sex. Like, as I'm getting older, I do not prefer late sex. First of
You
all, I
be
got
tired?
kids. I got responsibilities. By the time the end of the day comes, I'm like, I just want to go to sleep.
I don't know when that started happening to me, but when it came to having sex in the nighttime, I'm like, yo, honestly, I can't stay
I don't even want to
You
do
be
this no more.
tired.
stay up.
You be tired.
Long ass day.
Yeah.
Yo,
Let's
but the
have
funny
sex
thing
at 4
about morning
o'clock.
sex is Go ahead, Marie.
Atlanta's vibrator.
A what?
Vibrator.
Of course.
There's a lot of single women in Atlanta.
There's
Because there's a lot of gay
I'm
men.
about to say that's why they're
I was
single.
about to
There's
say,
a
it
lot-
should've
there's
been
a lot of-
toys and not just vibrators. Should have been toys
The-
all across the board
Well, that's-
in Atlanta.
Like,
Vibrators do it better than anything else.
I know, but
that's
there's
why.
a lot of gay men in Atlanta.
West
Yeah.
Virginia's threesomes.
I'm about
Yeah.
to go to West Virginia.
their college is crazy. Go ahead.
Virginia's dirty talk. Whatever.
boring.
That is boring.
You know what that's a what's it called kind of state?
Everything is so far, and they don't have cars.
I don't even live.
Somebody
I don't-
say-
Need that. It makes me
It's
feel
a
bad.
Commonwealth state. That's why.
Go ahead, Marie.
Of course, you got Mississippi. Ebony means they're searching for black women.
The most racist state.
Never type that
The
in.
black
I
fantasies.
never
Ebony.
in
The racist
They're really
state.
saying
The
black
racist
women,
state
but they're saying
is doing
ebony.
I know, and I always hated that they
What,
called
Ebony?
them that on porn sites.
Ebony.
Ebony.
I didn't even know that. Like,
Of course not. You're 22.
I just turned 26.
What is it
Okay,
called?
respect.
What does age have to do with it?
Oh yeah, happy belated birthday.
Happy
Oh,
birthday.
Thank you.
Love my Geminis.
I'm looking up Florida because I don't know what BBC is.
Big
Big black.
cock. We can say that word, right?
So, I don't know what BBC is.
Big black cock.
Florida's BBC.
You'll be looking up big black cock on the thing too.
She's
You know
Dominican.
Everybody
Yo,
watches that.
Lonnie.
I don't like those videos because they be
I don't
looking
like that.
too huge.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Huge,
Oh, you ain't a
extra
trooper.
big
No,
ones.
they be looking too huge.
No, I like
and
my
just be
vagina.
Like,
Just
damn,
the
that
I like it.
natural-
I want to
natural
keep it
sex.
nice.
I know it be
Taken care of.
I'm trying to ruin
and it be
shit.
long. I just be like, where does it go? Wow.
Girls could. Oh well, the sex
Yeah.
therapist says the girl can't take the
like
whole
girls.
thing, but
Yeah,
Yo, don't be
exactly.
capping, bro. It's gonna change
baby,
in 20
come on.
years.
Exactly. Go back to our old episode with the
It has
sex
to be regular
therapist.
size.
Your thing adapts to it.
Yeah, like if it could push out a baby, it could take a 9-incher.
No. Because your vagina dilates to push a baby because it knows a baby's about to come out. Your body's not like, hey, you're about to receive this 12-inch dick. Dilate.
Actually, your vagina does.
No,
do
it
that.
does not
It
do.
does do that.
No, it
Yes,
does not.
Yes, it
We're
does.
having sex with the same guy that's having a
Yeah,
12-inch.
Yes.
4.5. Wait. I'm gonna say,
Pecker.
a wide
about the thickness?
thickness,
Girth.
and you
Girth.
go in and you're
That
having
word
sex
is
with
so-
this guy constantly.
Consistently,
Your
yes.
vagina adapts, and then it'll go back to its regular size until you get somebody
Yeah.
that has a big thing again.
But not right away. Like it's not like the first time. It's like, hey, I'm
If
gonna
you
dilate
wet,
for you. No.
vagina-
Yo, when a girl is really aroused, first of all, her vagina will. Well, is it? I don't know if this is
The
proper term.
clitoris.
Not the clit.
It
The
comes
inside.
out though.
The
That is
inside
the
will
vagina.
open up. The vagina will open up if she's really aroused and she's having
and
sex.
she start creaming.
Yeah, like
Will
the
it
vagina
open
will
up, or
open
I
up in the
think-
middle of
I
sex.
think the
That's
wetness-
because
I
she's
think the
lubricating
wetness
her.
is so easy.
She's
Yeah,
ready
it
to
doesn't open
receive
up.
you. Like
Well, I'm not saying off rip. I'm just gonna put 12 inches, but but we're saying that the
And that's
vagina
the whole
opens
thing.
up.
And
Like,
no
No,
disrespect to
don't
the
say that like everybody knows. Everybody don't know. Okay.
Correct.
I had to learn.
no disrespect to the squirters.
got a
but I
vagina.
never was like, I was like, squirting seems like a cool thing, and when it happens.
Yeah.
But to me, I respect a creamer because she's
Yeah.
making room. She's doing everything she's dripping,
Creaming is
start
dope.
creaming. You
Especially
like,
when she's on top and you just watching
like,
it.
okay,
We're
I
like-
respect the creamer. I'm like, damn, she is really opening that motherfucker.
Damn. Damn.
Giving Rico a visualization over here. He's like,
but going back to, I would say, sexual appetites and fantasies and everything else. I think one of the things that we try to push on this show, which we've been pushing for a long time, is sort of like giving people the freedom to say, hey, is this safe enough for me to tell you that I
Yes.
like this kind of porn? Because I'm thinking something really out loud, right? Let's say one of you guys hypothetically are all single and you're on a date and yo, you want to watch some porn? No, we've been cool. This is like our third, fourth date.
I don't think anyone says that.
I would.
And even on the third, fourth,
you would
date,
say
I
it
would
just
be
like that, Alan? You want to watch
First of all,
some?
you lucky you made it this far.
First of all, y'all be capping like 3
You
days.
lucky you made it this far. I would have been cut you.
Yeah, 3 dates is like already a month and a half.
Because you made it to the fourth date and said some shit like that, bro. I'm like,
Should have been clipped.
I was
Should have clipped you on the first date.
I'm like, yo, this nigga is weird. He just asked me if I wanted to watch porn. Like, what the fuck? No. If we're like in the bed, we're about to be intimate, and you ask me if we want to put porn on, like for the moment, like cool. But on some random shit, like, yo, you want to watch porn? That's weird as fuck.
You be thinking like that New York foot searcher shit. That's why. You ain't on the, you know what I'm
So
saying?
wait. So that's what you do too? You just go and tell a girl you want to watch porn?
No, I wouldn't say do you want I would act well, I would first of all, the way I would say it doesn't even matter, but it's definitely gonna be brought up like, let's watch porn. Let's put some porn on. Right? And like, all right, cool. What kind of porn do you want? And we'll go ahead and I done had whole searches like, you really want to watch? I don't want to watch this.
That's
Is that
crazy.
when you guys
That's like a whole
started being
experience.
Intimate? Like, did you guys start having sex and then you were like, let's put some porn on?
Have you ever had sex first of all, have you ever had sex in a hotel or motel?
Yes.
Okay, the first thing you
She's
turn
like,
on the
yes.
TV is what?
No,
Porn.
I literally never
So
watched
there's
porn
been
having sex. I
mad
only watch
times,
porn by myself.
but what I'm saying is there's been mad times I personally done had sex in the hotel. And the first thing when I turned on the TV, it was porn and we just left it on. And there was times we were like, yo, let's try to do everything that they
What the
do.
hell is this?
Hotels.
Like, come on,
And they
man.
were
You still
What?
22.
I never
No,
watched
what I'm
porn.
saying is like, I think
The-
that if a guy,
Cheapy
If a
threepy
guy is
hotels do
com-
that.
The loop in.
The motel. That's why he says motels, because
Nah,
Amanda,
motels
Amanda,
play porn on the TV.
Amanda, if
Now,
a guy
hotels
is
do.
comfortable enough
They
to
sure
ask
do.
you,
she
this
just
is my opinion
They
again.
sure do.
She
Do
just
you want to
knew.
watch porn?
Dude.
That means he feels like you're a little bit boring and nothing is happening.
Yes,
so we
I
might as well
agree.
watch a little porn because you're boring me, right? You're looking at it from a reverse side. You're looking at it from a guy being weird. No, he's just like this. She's really boring. Like, you want to watch porn? Like, do you want to do something that has something
In
with?
either aspect, you're cut.
Yeah, because if you're
Like, there's
thinking,
no bright side.
yeah, no.
She's
If
22,
you're
everybody.
If you're asking that, just
Didn't you
because
say that's the third date you've already had
Fourth
sex?
date.
Have you already had sex with her?
Probably.
I know I could, or you already know you're gonna hit.
Yeah, we've been talking about fucking
that
for
doesn't
2
matter.
weeks.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
What matters is if you had sex with her already. Because if you didn't have
Because that
sex
creates the
with her already,
comfortability.
then you're gone, bro. Like you act like, yo, you trying to watch porn? Like, nigga, you trying to fuck?
No,
Then
but
let's-
you already
let's
know.
just try to get there. Like, let's just naturally trying to get there. You
See?
asking me
See?
if I
Word.
want to watch
See, that's the
porn?
problem.
She's mad vanilla.
No, that's the problem.
Weird.
Rico, listen to this. Help me out on this. That's the problem. And this is the thing that we need to get to. The woman automatically feels she has all the power in her hands. I could have hit day 2 and I didn't want
The
to.
first time, yes, they do actually.
Nah, that's cap.
With consent?
With consent, yes.
With consent?
with
I could have hit
consent.
day 2. I could have hit
You
day
coulda,
3.
but were you gonna take off my pants?
No, you got to earn it.
Are you dumb?
Yo,
Are you dumb?
I think we got to introduce you to the world and not Amanda's world, right? Because
No.
there's been a lot. Listen,
Stop.
and I swear, we could have a whole panel, and I'll put all my homies up here, right? There's been times that girls was basically damn near like trying to do whatever she could just to get some dick, and we'll hold out. Like we'll hold out, be like, all right, we gonna make her beg for the dick.
But that has to be the case though.
But what I'm-
That's crazy.
But what I'm saying is, you're acting as if women hold all the power when it comes to sex, and I'm trying to tell you that that's not always true.
No, she's
Some
just going
women-
based off of her experience.
Hold on. Some women, right? Some women want somebody, not all everybody, but they might want one specific person so bad that she's throwing herself. First of all, we done seen all the memes when women be throwing themselves at men, when then she be scooting her ass over and he don't take the bait, right? Sometimes it's not that he's oblivious. Sometimes he's like, she's gonna have to earn this dick. And that's regular. You know what I'm saying? So like, even if it's the first date or the second or the first time or the second time that we're about to have sex, there are times where you're going to be like, damn, whatever he wants to do, I'm gonna do it. So if he says, yo, let's put on some porn for the first time, you might, maybe not you, but somebody be like, wow, this is dope. I want to experience this. I've never had a dude say that, right? And then next thing you know, she's actually mimicking what's on TV. You know what I'm saying?
And just to say, I just
It's an
wanna say one
experience.
thing.
I'm messing with corner
Amanda.
girls.
No, Amanda. I just want to say, I just want to say something, and this is not even in any funny type of way, right?
What, Lonnie?
Just imagine from a different perspective, right? From a different perspective, imagine a guy who's single. He's doing well for himself. He goes out a lot. He done smashed 30 girls on the first date, 50 on the second date, 100 on the third date. But he's chilling with you. He's not trying to get, like, it's not as harsh as you may think. He's just chilling. So if he's like, yo, this is kind of boring. Let me see what she's into. You want to watch a little porn? You want to watch some porn? And then she's like, yeah. What do you watch? And then you're like, I want to watch a girl naked on a horse. And he's like, you got to go. Right? Because
I gotta go. You asked that dumb question and I gotta go.
Word.
Alan, please, like, let's be for real. If you want to know what I'm into, let's have a conversation. Like, I like sex conversations. If we talk about sex before we actually have sex, like, that creates the mood within itself. Like, if you ask me at random, let's watch some porn, you're not it. You're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go. I don't even really care about what you think about what taste I have in porn. We're not even getting there, buddy.
Word.
Like,
And I agree. I
it's done for
agree.
you.
I agree 1,000% with Amanda with everything that she said. And it's not that, oh, she's a newbie or whatever you're trying to say, Rico. It's that she's going based off of her experiences and how she, dates and how she would approach a situation. Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of high value men who do take care of themselves in a sense like that, where a woman has to earn the dick. And I agree with that. It should be like that. Men shouldn't be out here just slinging it left and right, even though there are men like that too.
We
But
sleeping together and I move my ass over to you and you don't take my pants off, we separating.
because here's the
You know what I'm
thing.
saying?
Here's the challenge,
You know what
right?
I'm saying?
Lonnie, the challenge is that, I'm sorry, go ahead. Rico.
Lonnie
But
is-
that's the thing. And,
Offended. I will be offended.
but the thing is, it's like, when we think about it, it's like, well, how many lit dudes have y'all actually had in your life? And I don't mean lit like cool in your little neighborhood. I mean lit, like universal lit. Like you could take him from New York to California and every state in between, and he's that guy. you're gonna do what he's telling you to do. So if he says,
Not necessarily.
let's watch some porn, and he's not saying, yo, you got to watch porn. He's like, yo, let's watch some porn. You might be like, this. You might say, oh, he's weird, but you're gonna be like, all right, and then he's gonna put it on, and maybe the conversation that might stem from that is gonna be totally different than what you thought, right? But what I'm saying is, we be so quick to say, I would never, or this is never, but realistically, you've never been in a position where it's going to make sense. Because I'm going to be honest, 9 times out of 10, any dude that's going to come off the rip and be like, yo, let's watch some porn, he's already that guy. And that's why he's comfortable saying it. No weirdo or no like somebody who's insecure and trying to bear and just crawl to your feet and do whatever you want to impress you is ever going to ask that question.
Well, the
Nah,
reality,
that guy,
He
that
had
guy.
never had the upper hand.
The reality and what you're saying is even if
If A Boogie said, yo,
Hold on.
Amanda, let's watch some porn,
Not
what you
A
gonna say?
Boogie, not
What
A
you gonna say,
Boogie.
Amanda? Amanda, what you gonna say?
Not A Boogie.
A Boogie
I
said,
started talking first.
all right, go ahead.
Shout out to A Boogie.
And we're gonna cut that because ain't no boogie talking here. Thanks.
Why not? Why? The
The
denial.
reality and what you're saying is, even if you feel like you're that guy and you get a girl to watch the porn because you said, yo, let's watch some porn, doesn't mean that she's comfortable doing it. Even if she says like, okay, you still not getting that many points. Like, she's gonna watch it and she's gonna feel uncomfortable with you.
And honestly, that guy wouldn't even do that. That guy is
he would.
no.
What are you
Honey,
talking
that
about?
guy is doing the actions. Fuck the porn.
No, like you
Date number 30 for the month, bro.
Can I ask you a question?
And you want to watch porn?
Here's my question.
You boring.
You
Bro, just kiss my fucking neck.
Then why are you with the
No.
person?
Like,
Why are you with the
doing?
person? If the person is that boring, why are you with them?
you have a girl, right? You're dealing with the girl, and you just so happen to look at her browse history, and you see that last night she was looking at porn. Y'all just had sex, and she was still looking at porn after y'all had sex. How would you feel? Would you be like, "Oh, this is cool"?
Yeah, I don't take nothing personal. So if you didn't nut while you was having sex with me, that's cool, and you went and handled your business, we could have longevity. We could have
You're
longevity here
independent.
because I ain't going to deliver every time. So let's be realistic.
But can I, Lonnie? Can I say something? And Amanda is help. Like Amanda's kind of helping me get to this space of a question that I want to ask you guys, ladies. Why do you guys feel so convinced that men's penises are panhandlers? Like they're beggars. Begging. Please take me.
It's
Can
not
I have you?
even-
Can I have
it's
you?
Not that, it's not like they're begging, but in order to have sex, you have to have a woman's consent. That
100%.
Exactly, 100%. Which is why we're not holding the power to sex as some kind of like, oh, you gotta wait for me. Like I hold all. Like it's just that when I'm ready, we can have sex. You can't just be like, I'm that guy, so you wait for me to throw the dick at you. Like, no, you could be that guy, but if I'm not ready, I'm not ready. Maybe I want to wait 2 or 3 days in. And
Well, you
then
can
we
wait a
have-
year in, and it's okay.
Exactly. It's
And
all
we-
about, but that's exactly, you guys had prompted the question and Marie had threw in with consent. And that's why I said what I said. Because if we're talking with consent, yes, the woman does hold the power.
So why
only way is
can't a man
consent.
have the? Okay, my question is, let's flip it. You're trying to tell me there's never a case where a man is giving the woman the consent. He's giving her the green light. He's like, yo, honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm not really cool with having sex right now. But you, not you personally, but you as in whomever wants to have sex with that
Be
man.
aggressive.
Both people have to give
I was
consent.
about to
Exactly
say,
my
consent
point.
goes both ways.
So if it goes both ways, then
Then
what
who
we're-
really holds the power?
Exactly. Exactly.
you're saying,
So
Rico.
if it goes both ways, who holds the power? So and I'm gonna do it because I have to do it because
It's
this is the
equal power. It's
only way that I can make Amanda understand this.
He going A Boogie
If
again?
A Boogie was right here, right,
A-Boogie.
and A Boogie's throwing whatever the typical signs of a man that wants to have sex, right? Let's say he's kissing you on your neck, and he's actually being intimate with you, and now you getting ready to try to have sex with him, and he's like, hold on, I don't want to have sex right now. Technically, he's at the powerful point in your definition. Technically, he's holding the power to the axis of sex. So we have to make it so that we understand that certain desires for certain men, they hold the power sometimes.
Can I just say something off?
All right, so let's get away from the power of the consent for a second, right? Let's lighten up the topic. Since we're talking about porn, let's bring it into sex in full circle, right? Where is the best place you both, or actually all of us, right, have had sex?
Ooh, he said you too, Marie. She was like,
You said what?
Well, whoever wants to answer, it is a world of consent. Go ahead, Amanda. I know you had something to say.
wow, I was gonna pass it to Naisha. But the best place, the most spontaneous place I've had sex was in this little park. Little, like it was like a, not like a playground park, but like a central park kind of thing. Just like mad grass, mad area. Greenery, yeah. In Miami.
That's dope. It was like on the outskirts of South Beach somewhere. How did you get there? How did this happen?
Damn, I actually just recently realized there's so much parts of Miami, so I don't remember where the fuck I was at this time. But it happened because I went to Miami for Carnival, and
Where it happened?
You was lit.
yeah, this one guy, he was flirting with me the whole time. He was trying to link me, and I was just like, no, because I already know what you're trying to do. Like,
That's whack as fuck. You want to do it too? Like,
I know, but like,
let's
just,
do it
like,
together. Like,
talk to me a little bit. Like we don't.
She
get
want you
there,
to
but,
play the
like,
game.
yeah, we there. Like, we already here. Like,
So it was my very last night. It was my very last night in Miami, and he had came to my hotel to pick me up, and
go ahead.
he had mad people at his, I don't know, hotel, Airbnb. He said like mad of his friends like was just like passed out drunk, so he didn't know how he was gonna get them out. So we literally just
went to a park.
we just went to the park.
Amanda nasty. She grown, like she blushing. Welcome to the honesty table.
But that was the most spontaneous sex I ever had. That was so fun.
It was lit, right?
It was so fun.
All right, do you have another place? You don't have to tell the whole
I
story.
was about to say, Rico,
Not the whole story, but just a
I don't
place.
like to say stuff off camera because he's probing me. Okay, so one other time I had sex in the Home Depot parking lot.
Oh, you said that.
It was after hours, so there was nobody in the parking lot. But there was this one guy that was working there. I don't know what the hell he was doing. I don't know what job.
He was
Probably
cleaning.
security.
He wasn't. He was on the Home Depot truck.
Cleaning.
Oh, probably a
Going
cleaner.
back and forth on that truck.
Cleaning the
Exactly.
floors.
Watching.
Cleaning the floors, probably.
Or doing
the
some type of
parking lot?
movement.
Cleaning the floors in the parking lot. That don't even make no sense.
Oh, I thought you meant
I
inside.
think that he was like taking the like bags of soil from like one end to the other end. I don't know what he was doing on that truck, child. But
You didn't care. You was getting soiled.
and you know, this wasn't a usual place that I had sex. It was this one time we just, decided to go there because it was an empty lot. And I used to have car sex a lot, but for whatever reason, it just was not working that day. So we actually came up out the car, and I was leaned over on the car, and it was just like full publicity. Like it was no in the car, was no hiding. It was just like they're having sex outside, like leaned up on the car. So,
That's so dope. I'm so happy for you, Nisha.
I promise you, you better not be
What?
on no politically correct nonsense.
Yeah.
What
I
are
will
you
take
talking
I will
about?
unplug the mic.
We will take that mic from you.
What politically what?
We already
You already
see your
doing it. Put
politically
your shoulder
correct
back.
coming.
Put your shoulder. Once you get like this, I know it's coming. Put your shoulder back.
Yo,
Oh, yeah, it was one day.
let me.
We were at the airport.
just at
We're
the
at-
house.
Do I have to
And we
tell the
just
whole
landed
story?
and we just went to the
I thought we were just
Airbnb.
talking about a location.
Name the location.
Yeah.
The place.
You don't have to tell the whole
My
story.
parents' bed.
That's fucked up. Hold on.
Sorry, mom and dad.
This has got crazy.
Yeah.
That was the best place. You was mad at them. Like, why?
It was just more of a like, oh, because it's my parents' bed, it's forbidden. Like I shouldn't be having sex on my parents' bed in their house. Like,
Well, they had the king size.
What about another place?
Yeah.
That's kind of grimy. Another place?
Another place like I think of was there was this van.
Whoa.
and sex?
Was that a white van?
It wasn't
Sprinter
a
van.
it actually was a Sprinter.
And you was inside the Sprinter?
Yeah. And that was really fun. I'm not gonna give you details like Amanda did over here. I'm not.
It's
Not
cool.
doing
No,
all
no,
that.
it's
You
cool.
just get location.
Amanda's story was better.
You just getting location.
Then your predatorial van getting kidnapped. You guys were probably having role play sex. Lonnie?
No, Lonnie, everybody want to hear this one.
Marie has to go last.
No, we're going to skip Marie on this one. I want to hear that shit.
You
Audience,
don't.
I don't want to hear that shit.
You don't.
I do.
No, we
Imagine.
don't. No, the fuck we
Imagine
don't.
Alice like, wait, I remembered what
Yeah,
she's
you
talking
better-
about.
Your
you better-
sister's very adventurous.
Yeah, well, you tell Amanda off camera. Nobody want to hear that shit.
That's crazy.
Lonnie's not going to say nothing. All right.
4x2 space in the back room of the bank that I used to work at.
What?
Oh, where the money was.
In the
In
bank.
one area that there was no cameras, and you had to be very careful because if you went too far this way, camera will catch you. If you went too far this way,
So you had to stay in one spot. Like,
About to say, haven't
you
said
had to be like,
no,
don't move.
Don't move, don't-
4 feet by 2 feet. There's
Yeah.
enough space.
So, Lonnie, do you like being restricted?
We work and go out.
I was just curious.
what about you, Rico? Because
Well,
over here
guys, I'll
asking
let you
around.
know, I'm an avid outside sexer, right? I've had sex outside as pretty, in almost every state. No, I'm kidding. But in a lot of places. I would say one of the best was
Columbia.
definitely in Colombia, right? So like there was a whole moment too, but it was just
Definitely
besides the moment. besides
Colombia. Everybody knows about
besides
Colombia.
the moment, off the coast of Colombia is a little island, right? So like it was like some movie shit. Like she's like, "Come on, let's go," and I was just like holding her hand, and we walking through all these like little like palm tree jungle type things. But the island's so small, so you can see the whole island. You know what I mean? So then we go over to this one spot where the palm trees are kind of like arched like this, where it looks like a doorway. And then we are sitting right there, and like she start reverse cowgirl riding me. But like there's no land ever, like outside. Like we're an hour and a half out off of land. You know what I'm saying? So all you see is the horizon and the sun. And I was sitting there lit like,
Bro, you gone.
this is how she took my soul. So I was like, wow, like this is amazing. And you know, it was just like the scenery was just
Well, she's a professional.
she was definitely a professional. She got one.
She was definitely a professional.
Damn,
And then
there's probably a lot of sex that happens on that island.
Maybe. I definitely
That same horizon.
maybe, right?
In that same
I
location.
wish I could go back. But
When I finally go to Colombia, I'll call you and I'll have
Nah.
you direct me.
that's my moment. That's my moment.
That's a lot of people's moment. I'm
One
sure.
time, right, back in the day, there was a girl who worked at the gym I was in. And like she was probably the most spontaneous girl I've ever had sex with, right? We had sex in the locker room, we had sex in the yoga room, we had sex in just all the Pilates room, whatever, you know what I'm saying? The bicycle room. And then one day,
On the bicycle?
no, not on the bicycle. we were like, one day she was like, this was my first time really having sex outside, like how your story was. So we were in my car at her house. She was like Muslim, so like her parents were like, you know, super strict. So she would come out with her hijab. When she got to my car, she took that shit off.
Now she would have kept that on.
Nah, we did that. You know what I'm saying? But when she took it off, but she was like beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And she was little, like, so like you could pick her up and do all types of shit, you know? So anyways, we were trying to have sex in the car. It wasn't working out. So she walks me. There's like this little school, which I didn't even know it's only 10 o'clock at night. It's not even late. So we walk to this little school. We go to like, they have like a huge yard, but then like part of it is blocked by trees, but the other half is open. So we having sex. I had a towel. So I put the towel down. We having sex on the lawn. And I swear to God on my whatever, right?
No swearing.
As I'm hitting
No
it
swearing.
from the back, this dude is walking his dog and he's looking at me and I'm looking at him and I'm like, yo, I was just like, yo, bro, just keep going, just keep going. And you know, that was probably one of my craziest, dopest moments. Forever embedded in me.
That's crazy.
10 o'clock.
In the night?
Yeah, like 10 o'clock at night, yeah.
And he was just walking his dog, and you're just like,
Where did the towel come from?
So I honestly, I don't know. I always had mad random shit in my car. You know what I'm saying? Like,
prepared.
but this was this was like during the summer, so it could have been from the beach. It could have been from that shit. You know what I mean?
But here's a question that I kind of heard from both of you guys because we have an edited version from Naisha. So,
Yo.
would you guys?
Hey, Alan, you gotta tell us your story.
I ain't got no story. I don't. You know where? In my bed in my house.
Oh, the P's for political.
Wait, did you hear Yumi? Really?
Get me started.
So, question for you guys. If you were with someone, let's go 50 Shades of Grey type shit on this. You guys already had sex a few times, and the person says, yo, let's watch this porn. You guys are cool. You're watching porn, but you're watching voyeurism porn. And then, because people use porn as a gateway to tell you what they're actually into. Some people use it as a conduit, right? So they're like, yo, voyeurism. And then they go, yo,
What does that mean?
voyeurism is other people watching you while you're having sex.
Yeah, but how is that in a porn? I'm curious how
So
what a
voyeurism
voyeur.
porn.
I know, but what is?
Watching somebody watch
They have
someone
that.
have porn?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
What is like?
vo-
What does the scene look like? It's
voyeurism porn
someone
would be
actually
like,
sitting down watching.
You're not
somebody.
participating, and
Vo-
you're watching two people have sex, and you're just sitting there on the couch, and you're just watching them go at it.
Voyeurism porn is like in porn, like Pornhub or whatever it is like a girl. She's into voyeurism. She's like, film me. I'm gonna go sit on the steps while people are walking, but I'm gonna have my legs open, and she's not gonna have no panties on. And then people just gonna be like, oh shit, her pussy's out, and that turns her on.
That's kind of dope.
Right? She's into other people watching.
Mm.
So my thing is that Amanda had sex outside, right? And it was her relationship. Rico had a similar experience.
He was gonna say foursome.
What if the person was like, "Yo, I want somebody to watch us," but they make you watch, not make you. They ask you to watch porn first, and they was like, "Yo, I want somebody to."
No, thank you.
I don't know. I would. I don't think I would feel
No.
You
comfortable.
don't like people watching you have sex?
That's a definite no.
But what did that have to do with 50 Shades?
Because what I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to link porn and desire to actual real life.
Or like introducing a concept to
Yeah.
someone?
Like the
You
gateway.
know what I'm saying? And it goes back again. I hate to act like I'm circling back, but it actually kind of goes back to what we were saying on, well, more that what Rico was saying is like, you actually might really want this. It might be a form of suppression.
Maybe a better example would be the person introducing BDSM porn to you and saying, would you be interested in doing this?
Yeah.
That's
But
probably a
what
better example. Like, have you ever tried BDSM? And they're like, no. Like, let's watch it. Would that be something you would be into? Like, would you be into BDSM?
Yeah. Well, people.
I feel like there's levels of BDSM, and I'd be like willing to try at the most beginning level.
Word.
Entry.
Like
That's how it
entry
starts.
Entry level, for
That's
real.
always how
right
it starts.
there. And I'd be like, okay, what's the safe word? Okay,
Yeah. Same here.
Yellow.
But would you?
yellow,
but
yellow.
would you be open minded? Would you be open minded? Not to everything, of course, but like, would you be open minded to somebody? Let's say y'all watching porn together, whoever you're with, and they're actually like, when I say mimic, I mean mimic things that you probably wouldn't have done. So let's say if he's like, yo, let's do anal, right? Or let's copy them and they're doing anal. Maybe y'all not analers. right? But like, would you be open to that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how far are you willing to go, I guess, with your partner, or not really? The question is more so, can porn be a gateway for what somebody actually wants? Like, some people teach people how to have sex by watching porn. Back in the day when Superhead was a thing, you put on Superhead with your girl so she can do what Superhead was
That's
doing.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You feel what I mean?
So, yeah, because it can't be a full like porn can't be like a fully negative
you never
thing,
did
right?
that?
Because people use it
like,
as
yeah,
a
lick it
tool
like that.
and they use it for
Oh,
something
I know how to
else,
do
too.
it.
They could be like, let me introduce you to this. Let's watch this. If I'm into this, if I'm into that, I'm showing you this. And then she's like, because if as a guy, I would say, if you show your girl threesome porn, bro, and she's like, oh, turn that shit off. It's never gonna happen for you, bro.
And then she go watch it by herself. And you had to walk in on her watching threesome porn like this.
That's horrible.
Playing the DJ.
Not playing the DJ. He has the vibrator.
But let's leave this conversation on a healthy note. What is the healthiest thing that you guys could say about someone who says, "Yeah, if a woman tells him, man, I fantasize about this when you're doing this to me," and then he goes, "Well, I fantasize about this and that." What happens then? What is a healthy takeaway?
I feel like to tell your partner that you're fantasizing about something very specific while you guys are having sex is an open conversation for you guys to actually start indulging in that. So if you say that you're fantasizing about, say threesomes, for example, like I'm always like fantasizing about us like having sex with somebody else. Like maybe you guys can try it if that's what your partner likes, and if you're willing to do that for your partner. I feel like as far as what were we talking about before that?
The BDSM.
Yeah, as far as the BDSM, or even introducing your partner to something new in your relationship, I feel like it's okay to try things. If that's not your speed, if that's not your thing, at least you can say that you tried and that you didn't like it, or maybe you tried and you guys can incorporate that into your sex life like every now and again. If that's not something that you're like 100 about, like maybe it could be like every once in a while that you guys do it. I feel like that's how I was with anal. Like I was like super uncomfortable at first, but like we can slide it in every now and again, but like let's not go full anal now. Like I'm not there.
It was a gateway.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. I do feel like if you're in a relationship, you want to be conscious of your partner's sexual needs and desires, and it boils down to having that conversation. But can you have that conversation? Because not everybody can. So if you can't have that conversation and you're in a relationship, then you got to just accept the fact that that's got to stay in your mind. Those fantasies live in your mind. That's what they're going to be. Nothing ain't going to change. This is your routine and it is what it is. But if you are open to having that conversation and, your partner is open to having that conversation, then you should, because I think it's important to know what your partner desires, what your partner fantasizes about, so that you can work on it and keep your relationship, up there. Keep it spicy, keep it good.
So I entirely disagree.
Yes.
I think that when it comes to whatever you fantasize, whatever type of porn you watch needs to be experienced. And because you sitting there fantasizing and just basically having a dangling carrot in front of your face from whatever, it could be shame, self-judgment, whatever, shyness, is only going to prolong this fantasy and possibly become detrimental. Because now if you end up prolonging this fantasy of yours and then you marry somebody, now something that has been, really, really something that you've been craving so much to a point where now you want to do it, and now your person that you're married to is not into it, it's all your fault. Because you should have been literally doing what you desired, when you noticed you desired it, to figure out if it's something that you just want to like from a distance or something that you actually want to have in your life. And I think that's what happens. We get so caught up in these fantasies that nobody actually wants to, embody. And then eventually the urges take over and you're with somebody who isn't aligned, who you're not aligned with in terms of the sexual aspect of your relationship. So if you do have a fantasy, if there's a porn that you like to watch, go and try it. And if it doesn't work, then you don't really like it. You just like the idea of it, which I think is important to find out.
Rico, can I ask you a question? I agree with you, but I just want to say, what about like, them people that be playing Call of Duty? They're really good at Call of Duty.
Yeah.
They be like, yo, give me the gun, bro.
And they think they could shoot a real gun.
You don't want to find out.
Yeah, but
is there any correlation to that? I'm joking, but I'm asking, can we connect the two?
Nah, we can't.
Sometimes fantasy has to stay fantasy.
Nah, because you gotta think about it. Here's the thing: a fantasy. Well, I'm about to say a fantasy.
Call of Duty is a game you could be good at.
But the difference is, like, when we're talking about sex versus anything else, you are physically pleasing yourself to something. Remove everything else. Like, even if you play a game that could be a shooting game and you're not a shooter, but you're not a shooter, right? But when it gets to a point where I'm arousing myself and, like, I want to put this picture in your head. If I'm sitting back and I'm watching something and I'm stroking my shit, and I'm watching it and stroking it and
Sure, my
I'm
head.
nutting. This is something that I truly desire. If you're a woman and you're sitting there watching and you're playing the DJ, this is something that you desire. If I play a game, once I finish talking my shit, I'm going to sleep. I didn't nut off of this, and if you do, that's a different that's a different thing. So I don't want to correlate the two, because I really do think that when you can actually get to a point where it's making you act physically on whatever your imagination is, it's something that is in control of you to some degree. And the only way you're going to figure out if you're really built for it is if you actually experience it.
Before we get off, I just want the audience to remember the 2 C's: communication and consent, right?
And also-
because like you can have whatever fantasy that you have, and I don't believe every fantasy, because some people have some hardcore fantasies that may not,
Like murderous?
well, whatever deviant,
Gory.
dark fantasy that might be illegal.
Gory.
Like, always remember communication and consent.
And on that note, before we get off, I want to just say, guys, you probably saw this episode already. Now you took this episode and you're rewatching it with your girl to try to get your girl to be like, you see what they talking about? That's what I'm into. This is not like advice. This is just entertainment. If you could take something out of it for the positive part of it, definitely take out of it. And I think like the opposite of boredom, if you're having a bored type of like you're having like a bored sex life in a sense, have the courage to say, hey, I'm gonna try this in a safe space.
Yeah.
What is it called? A safe zone. What's it called?
Just
Me?
Yeah,
was
you
what
know when I
Honesty.
came up with it.
Oh, the honesty
The
zone.
honest-
In the
zone.
honest, you
Like, what's it called?
yeah, because for you to have this in an honesty zone, in a no judgment zone, in a place where the person you're with, you gotta have the courage to say, hey, this is what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Hey, this is where I'm at. And you're gonna feel nervous like asking your parents for $10
Yep.
after they gave you $10 when you lost the $10 that they gave you the first time. But you gotta ask for the $10.
And you never know, that person may surprise
I
you
was about to-
and be like,
Yeah. Did you guys know that?
you never know, that person might surprise you and be like, oh, I like that too, or like, yeah,
into it.
let's do that.
Man, look, as long as there's nothing that's actually like super psychotic and crazy that you can go to jail for, I think that you should experience it. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many different things in life, and like the way I compare your sexual experiences is the same as like if you grew up and wherever you grew up, that's the only place you were ever at.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You don't know anything outside of that, you know? And once you start to experience different states or travel to different countries or whatever, you start to really open up your horizon, open up your palette, and then you can really become, it makes it easier to communicate with what you want, because a lot of times you get caught up in the things that you want that's typically only because that's the surroundings that you're in. You know what I mean? Like, look, Jersey, #1 porn is swingers. We got a lot of swinging going on right here.
Crazy.
Y'all New Yorkers got this foot thing going on. Makes sense? You know?
Show me your feet, girl.
And look at how many times Erin has said, I want to get paid for these feet. It makes sense. She's in New York State. You know? But like, you know what I'm saying? When you start to step outside of that, you'll be able to actually communicate things easier. So with that being said, Nation, thank you for pulling back up on us. We definitely appreciate you. Everybody, keep liking, subscribing. There's a bunch of different ways you can support us. And what we're going to do is we need to push the fact that we got Datebox, which is actually a service we're providing for you. We also got merchandise, which is a way that you can also represent the brand and represent the culture of 8 at the Table, and a bunch of different ways you can subscribe and become a member on a bunch of different platforms. So go ahead and figure out which way you want to support us so we can appreciate you more than we already do.
And join our YouTube membership,
Okay.
because now we're doing YouTube membership where we have like all the episodes that didn't come out yet. We have on YouTube membership, we got like 8 unreleased episodes for YouTube members.
Oh,
Fire.
so then there you go. So now you're getting exclusive content that are not going to be released
Members
anywhere else
only.
except for YouTube members. Exactly. So we're putting in the work for everybody. We're really doing this on a day-to-day basis for you, and we just hope that you can show us the gratitude by supporting us the same way that we're putting in the effort to give to you. So y'all go ahead, have a good one. click on the next episode and this episode and watch them all back to back. It's been your boy, and we'll see you next time at 8 at the table.
Bye.